Alright, full-time family, this is going to be a quick stream. I'm just going to show you why George St. Pierre versus Nick Diaz 2 is happening. So first, let me run the intro and we'll get straight to it. After that, I'm going to shut down this live stream and go back live and we can just UFC and chill and talk about everything that's going. You know, I'm up, it's the Microwave's anniversary with his girl, so we've been drinking a little bit. But I'm telling you, we're about to put this shit together like Blues Clues. Let's fucking get it. Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time
MMA.
Alright, so George St. Pierre was on Ariel Helwani's show today, this Monday, and he was on there for 30 minutes. He talked about a lot of stuff. But in that, he talked about a lot of the fights that probably won't be happening and a lot of the fights that probably will be happening. Well, not a lot of the fights that probably will be happening because he's not going to be fighting a lot. But what he was talking about was potentially Nick Diaz. So when I was doing the research for that video to bring it to you guys, I ran into a couple of things that refreshed my memory. So first, he mentioned Nick Diaz today and said, but Nick Diaz might have to fight for a title or something that would interest me. But if Nick Diaz did something that interests me, that's a fight I'm interested in. So then I thought about the 165-pound division that's been being talked about. I mean, there's after Kevin Lee had the staph infection and his issue with his weight cut, he mentioned it. Other fighters have mentioned the 165-pound division. Most recently, Conor McGregor, he was talking about the 165-pound division. So I was thinking, hey, maybe Nick Diaz can fight in an inaugural 165-pound title fight. And if you happen to win that, George St. Pierre has been looking pretty skinny lately. And in this same Ariel Helwani interview, he hinted at maybe 155. He said, y'all probably be coming back, but it could be at 155. It could be at 170. But what's in between there? 165, and it's a lot closer to his natural 170. So if Nick Diaz and GSP can make 175, but he said GSP would have to win a title or something first. Well, Nick Diaz probably is not going to be winning the title from Tyron Woodley, but what if the UFC opened a 165-pound title? Now, this is all speculation, of course, but either way, what if GSP just wanted to fight Nick Diaz? That's what led me to this. So first, that's the Ariel Helwani interview. Then I Googled Nick Diaz versus GSP2, to get the thumbnail for the video, of course, and it refreshed my memory that Freddie Roach recently, not too long ago, maybe a month ago, hinted at Nick Diaz versus GSP2. He said, yeah, I'm going to help GSP get ready for this rematch, this highly anticipated rematch. And, they said, was it Nick Diaz? And he, essentially said, yeah, but everyone brushed it under the rug because it was just Freddie Roach and GSP was dealing with colitis and all of that. But now that GSP has came out and mentioned Nick Diaz's name, then you think back to the Freddie Roach. And then on top of that, Nick Diaz was recently, for the first time, spotted wearing Reebok. Nick Diaz wearing Reebok. GSP coming back. Freddie Roach already hinted at the fucking rematch. Bro, Nick Diaz versus GSP2 is happening. I mean, this could be okay, so check this out. UFC 224, Brazilian card, probably Nunes, maybe Nunes versus Cyborg, and if not, I don't know who's going to main event that. UFC 225, there's talk about Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero, CM Punk, of course, on the card. Other fights, Curtis Blades versus Alistair Overeem. Other fights for 225. 226, Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier, possibly another champion versus champion super fight, Tyron versus RDA, some other fight on that. But now they're talking about TJ DJ, maybe UFC 227, and what fight would complement TJ DJ? I think Nick Diaz GSP too. I'm just saying. I do think the fight's happening. I don't know when. That's what I wanted to let you guys know on this video. So thanks to the people who came this quick, and hit up the family group chat. But what I'm about to do is shut this down. So, this video is not too long. And then I'm going to go live. And we're probably just going to chill for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some music, talk some MMA. And you know what I'm saying? So thanks for checking this out. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. Nick Diaz versus GSP2 is happening. The rematch is going to fucking happen. And I can't wait. It's going to be a good fight. I know a lot of people have been waiting for Nick Diaz to come back to the octagon. A lot of people have been, wondering what's going on with GSP's health. And, 185, he just beat Bisping, won the title, vacated it. Is he coming back? Is he coming back to 170? hey, he could be coming back to 170, and when he does, it's going to be versus Nick Diaz. Now, it could happen later rather than sooner if Nick Diaz has to fight once to interest GSP. Maybe he wants, but if there's a 165-pound inaugural title, I could see either one of those guys being in that fight. Maybe Nick Diaz fights someone else for that title, and then fights GSP, or maybe they just fight each other, just next. Who knows? But with that being said, I do believe this fight's happening. Nick Diaz is wearing Reebok. GSP's talking about the fight. Freddie Roach mentioned it a while ago. Look, he spoiled it. If the plans were already in place or something, he said it's happening. But now we've got more pieces to put that puzzle together. So with that being said, thanks for checking this out. I'm about to go live again. 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm out.